In the early morning hours, there is silence. Anticipation of a new day. Soon, the people of Peterbilt will begin the complex job of bringing together the thousands of parts that make up our trucks.
Good morning. All right, guys, we're going to start out with quality. Last week, we got a lot of changes coming at us. We're doing a good job, guys. We need to keep
applying their skills to build a truck that has been recognized for over 50 years as the class of the industry. To understand why Peterbilt trucks are a uniquely profitable investment, with the longest service life and highest resale value in the industry, you need to take a look at how we build them.
We feel like we're the class of the industry.
Every truck is different.
We're not trying to mass produce the trucks.
Optical part of the ones that are on the road.
We're putting out quality work on the road and the best truck on the market.
Our commitment to custom building the right truck for the right job means you'll find no mass production shortcuts on the line. Each Peterbilt is designed and built to customer specifications to do a particular job. Individual build papers with specifications carefully checked and double-checked guide each truck down the production line. At each station, workers take individual responsibility for their work.
Well, our philosophy at Peterbilt's always been a team effort.
If you see something somebody else missed, you're supposed to take care of it, not just say, well, that's their job.
Everybody really takes pride in their job here.
After all, a big part of the superior value of a Peterbilt are the people who build it. The high standard for parts and materials is maintained by the Quality Assurance Department, which makes sure that incoming parts measure up to their specifications.
How's it looking? Oh, it's looking pretty good.
The coordinate measuring system is capable of measuring a complete conventional cab, millimeter by millimeter.
We try to act like that it would be our tractor or our truck that is going out the door and what we'd want on it and how we'd want it to look. Really, we're harder on a truck than what the customer will be.
Each Peterbilt starts down the production line as a set of frame rails, designed and drilled for that particular truck.
We use a very high tensile steel, which is known for its durability, flexibility, and high yield strength.
Well, we use a lot of aluminum, not just for the weight, but because it's corrosion resistant.
Comes in the door, they spray punch the rail, air electric gets hold of it. We gray wrap where we're supposed to, try to make it look as neat as possible. We've got certain hoses run on one side of the rail all the time. They run just straight down the rail.
Well, you know, the cross members are like the backbone of the truck. Usually we put them on a 48-inch center, you know, for more strength. And you can replace them real easy because the wires and hoses are routed around them, not through them.
There's a variety of things that make a Peterbilt suspension what it is.
You know, drivers know our air suspension system gives them a great ride. It's nearly maintenance-free. It's something the customer can use day in and day out. He knows he can really use his truck. You know, it's going to perform for him.
The frames are built upside down for accessibility, allowing workers to do a more consistent, higher quality job. In the engine trim area, engines are prepared for installation, staged to come in at just the right moment and be lowered into place on the proper frame assembly. As the truck's frame assembly is being completed, the cab takes shape alongside it. Our famous Peterbilt cabs are lightweight and strong, built with corrosion-resistant aluminum. The main beams and other components provide high strength.
Well, basically, the best cab that's on the road is obviously the Peterbilt. We get our materials into very, very quality. We have QA inspectors that QA those parts to make sure that, number one, that they are made to print and the quality of the material is there.
Huck bolts use a special tool to actually clamp the panels together with a lot of force. It's stronger than spot welds and it's easier to repair, and I guess I could save the customers some money down the road.
Our cabs feature a one-piece aluminum roof. On the line, specially designed jigs provide consistent fit so that components are precision matched. This assures an accurate placement of doors and windshields to eliminate leaks. To make sure that noise and weather stay outside the cab, we spray the inside with a sound-deadening undercoating and use plenty of insulation. Our sleeper boxes feature the same tough construction details as our cabs. Applying the wide variety of Peterbilt paint designs requires a patient, skilled hand.
When you look at a truck and it's a finished product, it looks perfect, it's glossy, it looks pretty. You don't realize all the work and detail that goes into it, from layout to the masking to get it ready to the sanding. It requires a lot of work.
We're over there painting the truck, and basically just looking after you paint the truck, you just kind of look down the side of it, see if you see any dull spots.
You have to have at least 2 mils of paint on each truck. We have a little gauge that measures the mil thickness when it comes out of the oven.
Well, the striping comes off, and I carefully check all the little places, you know, for good, clean lines.
What we're trying to do is give the customer quality, give the customer something that he can appreciate when he's driving it, something that he can be proud of, and that's what we're here for.
The interior of every Peterbilt cab is designed for productivity.
We build them quality trucks. First, quality starts with a part coming from the vendor. If we find a part that's going to match the truck we want to build, you know, he puts that part on there, does the best he can, makes sure it's a quality part. Just keeps on going down the line. Each of us does their own part.
Most of the time, an individual will build the dash from scratch up. All the wires are coated, and then we have windlace on all the edges to where there'll be very little wear at all. And then the hoses are routed to where there should never have any problem with them as far as rubbing through or breaking. We've made the harnesses and your heater more accessible, easier to get to. By your panels, they pull out, and then your your glove box will pull out for your air conditioning or your blower motor.
We do a complete electrical check. We have a test system, a test unit that's been designed by the engineers in the plant here, and we can actually hook up and check all electrical systems involved in the dash, including the electronic engine systems.
When it leaves here, the dash is in perfect condition, perfect running condition.
As the cab and frame assembly are joined together, the truck finally takes on the famous Peterbilt profile. That includes a stainless steel grille with a polished aluminum surround, and for the 379, the only metal hood offered in the industry. The completed truck now moves off the line under its own power, headed for a final series of tests which will prove its fit to wear the Peterbilt name.
When we're assigned a truck, we'll say, well, we call it my truck.
I try and look at each truck as if I was probably buying the thing.
We start out here on the front end machine, line the front end, everything complete there, we take it into the dyno. From there, we'll take it on out, look it over real good. We test the fifth wheel, water test it. If we're happy with everything, we'll go ahead and take it out on the road.
On this road test, we continue to test, make sure switches, lights, everything's all right. Make sure that it's going to be roadworthy.
When the customer sees it the first time, it'll be what he's expecting to see.
Beneath the paint and polish of a finished Peterbilt are thousands of hidden details. Details that have been studied, refined, and perfected by skilled craftspeople. Details you'll appreciate years from now, when your Peterbilt is still delivering the kind of performance that shows up on the bottom line.
I try to do my best. I feel like the people on the line try to do their best.
It makes you feel proud that you've put some effort into a piece of equipment that looks that good and functions that good.
My son asked me, Daddy, did you build that Peterbilt? I said I probably had something to do with it.
When the truck is finished and it looks beautiful, I feel proud of myself and I really appreciate my job. It makes it all worthwhile.
At Peterbilt plants, we put in a hard day's work. So your workday might go a little easier, wherever it begins.